Greetings, humans. I'm Andrei.
And I'm George.
And welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses. Today we're having a look at Brand of Sacrifice, Mortal Vessel, featuring Ben Duerr.
Okay, so we already did a request for Shadow of Intent, and Ben Duerr is the vocalist of Shadow of Intent, and to date, one of my favorite harsh vocalists of all time. And from what I've heard about Brand of Sacrifice, they're no easy band, so he should fit right in, I suppose. I think this is brutal death metal. I've overheard these guys maybe a couple of times, and that's
I've
all
heard
I can
them
say
mentioned,
about
but I don't know if I actually listened to them. But I know this is gonna be brutal, and I know it's gonna have gutturals. And I'm thinking either brutal death metal or deathcore or somewhere along the lines of that stuff. Okay, so Mortal Vessel, here we go.
Okay, it's already so high octane. Take your time. Let me know when you can do speech.
I mean, I probably can, but it won't be coherent. First thing I'm wondering is, was that their vocalist or was that Ben Duerr?
I think
was it both?
I think that was their vocalist. I think I would have recognized Ben Duerr. I know him pretty well. And I also don't know if you noticed the little detail with the squealing guitars.
Yeah, I love that in brutal stuff, those pinch harmonics, like...
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure all pinch harmonics is, they're kind of screechy. I don't know how they do that.
I don't know, but it was a really cool effect because it sounded kind of flat when they kicked on the blast beat before they hit into the groove, so those were a really cool detail.
Can you? I can take it. I just don't expect me to be coherent from now on.
Okay. Okay. I know what this stuff actually reminds me of, the fast stuff and the noodly guitars. Rings of Saturn. Yes. Definitely Rings of Saturn material there. And I don't know.
It's the kind of thing that it already gets so low and so heavy and so brutal that you don't know whether you should like really get into it and take it seriously or you should look at it as a joke band.
Well, I think it's both. I mean, if you were to see these guys live, I think it would be a whole lot of fun, and you could be like spilling beer in the mosh pit or stuff like that. So it's definitely the kind of thing that you could just have stupid fun with live. But it's also useful if you just, I don't know, had an argument with your boss and you gotta hit something and it can't be him. So I guess goes both ways. It's definitely goes into the filth territory a bit too much for my taste, but it's stupid fun for now. So let's see where this goes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I think now we've got Ben Duerr because there's two styles of vocals.
It's hard for me to tell. At first I thought like the Brand of Sacrifice dude, whatever his name is, was doing the highs and Ben was doing the lows, but after a while, and especially when he went on the really fast stuff, it kind of sounded like Ben Duerr on the high, so I'm confused about which is which. They're kind of mushing into each other.
Okay, so yeah, the discerning the vocalist is pretty tricky this time around.
But
I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, but what I want to say is I got the feeling that kind of at the same time I started spotting Ben in there, some orchestrations kicked in.
And you found orchestrations behind that?
Yeah! Come on,
How?
listen. and yeah, like, just kind of these momentary stuff, and it sounded a bit... I don't know if I'm just feeling this thing with my own brain, but it sounded a bit like the tone of orchestrations in Shadow of Intent. And I don't know if, like, they're doing that specifically because he's there, or it's just like an unfortunate similarity, or I'm just imagining things. But it was pretty subtle.
I have no idea, but anyone who takes lessons from Shadow of Intent in the School of Extreme Metal knows what they're doing. And I think they also take a little bit of the Archspire School of Extreme Metal because we got some of those really fast vocals too.
Yeah, well, I think if there's another band you compare to Rings of Saturn as how ridiculous it gets, it would be Archspire.
Probably.
It's like Archspire, you know, what Rings of Saturn is for deathcore, Archspire are for technical death metal, kind of. It's like the most fast, ridiculous, unhuman thing ever and not really serious.
Okay, so this is not something I'll be adding to my playlist, but let's just get through with it.
I like it. Okay. Tuning. I am both impressed and disappointed at the same time by that ending. There's nothing more anticlimactic than fading out on a brutal breakdown.
That makes sense.
This was silly. It was silly and it was sick, but I actually liked it and I had fun. And I think there was some part in the middle there where those orchestrations were coming in that actually had a dash of melody to it.
And I refuse to believe there was melody in that song.
I mean, there were notes.
I refuse to believe it.
I'm pretty sure there were notes in there. But it's like, they just go so low. It's like a Satan opened a black hole in a parallel universe and we're getting weird frequencies in ours. Poor Satan. Yeah, I feel bad for Satan. Like, these guys could scare Satan. Okay. And I'm really into the artwork. And I don't mean as in I like it, I mean as in I'm intrigued by it, because that literally looks like a... What the hell even is that? Hang on. That's like a monster / castle with an electrified naked lady on the top. I have no idea what's going on there, but it's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know, it's brutal death metal artwork, man.
Yeah, but it's not like a filth brutal death metal artwork. Like, yeah, most of them, it's more like just, I don't know, I guess just plain ridiculous. I really don't know what to say. I have to think about it. It's a lot to process, and it kind of obliterated me. Did you enjoy it? If you enjoyed it, let us know. If you think we're too silly for not liking stuff brutal enough, that's your problem. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares. Drop your suggestions below in the comments, and if you would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Corpses out.